Hi guys, Minerva here. So I'm going to continue making my album, and just to recap, yesterday I made the binding, the hinges, and I tapered the corners here without, you're not supposed to touch the score line. Just tapered it a little bit. And now the next step, I was gonna do this off camera, but I don't have a pause. If I had a pause, I wouldn't, have to keep doing repetitive stuff. But I decided, for the benefit of those who have never made a book, I'll just go ahead and do it. So what I'm doing now, I'll just go ahead and do the whole thing. Because I could have done this off camera and then tell you what I did, but it's not the same. The next step is you're going to apply the score tape. I'm using a 1/4 inch score tape. I could use, if I run out of this one, but this is a 1/2 inch tall. Let me show you. Let me show you one. This is a 1/2 inch tape. You could use 1/2 inch also. You put it right on the edge. It doesn't matter if it folds over. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit too big. So that's a 1/2 inch. You burnish it, and that's what it would look like with the 1/2 inch. But a 1/4 inch is more than enough. And I believe I have some more here. So that's what you do. You put tape on the edge of the hinge. I was watching a video last night, and because I forget what these are called, and I hadn't made one in a while, and I was right. It was what's her name? Kathy Ortha. She claims to be the owner of this idea. She's the one that invented this hidden hinge style. And she does, this is, okay, okay, now let me get my thoughts together here. She has two types of hinges, and this is the old one. And the second one she refers to as a hidden hinge plus, something like that. And for that one, she does have a copyright, and you do need a license if you're going to make a tutorial or sell books using that system. But I'm using the old one. I don't even understand what the plus is. So anyway, you can find her channel just like that, Kathy Orta, but she has paper. I'll find it. I'll get the right address and I'll put it down on the description box. And she has a video from 2016, I believe, where she shows you how to do this and how to do it the correct way. I was watching that video last night. There's also this lady that I saw. She was making a book, just a base. Someone had ordered her just a base, so she wanted to decorate it herself with her paper, and that was a very nice video. You can learn a lot from that video, and I'll post it down below also. These are definitely different from the junk journals. But I do think there are people that use a signature, instead of using this type of hinge, they use signatures and they sew the, because I made one like that also. You can make a junk journal using this type of book without the hinges, using the, you know, sew it, the figure 8 method. But with this one, it's you can add a lot of stuff to it, like those waterfalls. You can add pages that close with magnets. I'm gonna add a couple of different type of pages. So that's that. I'm gonna burnish this just to make sure, and that way it's easier to peel also. And then I'll be making the pages. And that's ready to put the pages in. It's got score tape on each side of the, I'm going to call it hinge because I think that's what it's called. I've noticed my book has a problem staying closed. There must be, maybe I didn't leave enough space here, or, but it's going to have a closure, so that's no problem. No biggie. So I'm going to get my scoring board, and let me open this up a little bit. I could fold it like I did this one without the scoreboard, but it will be, you know, it's better if you use a scoreboard. If you don't, you just have to make sure that you fold it evenly. So this is 11, almost 11. It's not perfectly 11. It's supposed to be. So 5.5 would be the center, hopefully. I'm going to score it, and then I'm going to fold it. It's pretty good. These will all, you'll also have to use score tape with these. So I'm going to use the Sweet Peppermint paper pad, and I got this collection on the D-Stash, and I found the paper pad, 5.5, and the ephemera, and I also have the 4x6 journaling cards, because I thought I was going to have to mix, you know, a lot of different things. Christmas, I was going to look for all the Christmas stuff that I could find. And I think I got that last year with the intention of making an album, and I never did, so. So I'm going to use that. This doesn't really matter what side you fold this down to, but so get pretty side out because I'm going to leave a little bit of like an eighth. Usually, well, you'll see when I cut the paper what I mean. Like if this is 8.5 long, I would cut it at 8 1/4 the paper that I'm going to use to cover this. Because that way you can have, when you center it, you have about an eighth of space showing. You know, you don't cover the whole thing. See, this one is not completely centered. But I'll show you what. So I'm going to, the next step is to get this ready to mount. And this is going to go like this. Right like that. See that? So I'm going to put tape. Well, I don't put the tape here because the tape is already on the hinge, right? I'm going to close one end and leave the other end open, and that becomes a pocket. Okay? So now is when you need to concentrate on, because if I close this end, well, I could always flip it over. Okay. So I'm just going to close one end, one side, and I'm going to use tape. You could use, if you want, like I have that glitter glue, but this tape is a lot stronger, and besides you would have to wait, although that glue dries quick. Oops, this came apart here. Seems like it's the end of the, so this is, so I'm going to use this. And Kathy Ortha suggests that you don't pull on the tape, don't stretch it out. I found my little thingy that I was looking for yesterday. And just close it up. And just one thing, you need to leave a little bit here, a little space here. Just remember that. Because this is going to be mounted. Just took a little piece of that tape off. You know, I didn't see how she did this. But if I'm going to mount this here, you need to have a, you need to have that open right there. And this here, this is the one that has that extra tape. And I'm going to try to cut it off. You know why? Because you shouldn't have tape exposed, because it will just be there sticking to everything. So I'm just going to gently cut this so that I didn't cut the book. There you go. Okay. If I put this on first, without, maybe I can close the, there's a trick to this, I'll show you in a minute. Put this on first, and then applying the tape. That would be a lot difficult. A lot harder. Okay, I'm just gonna attach them first then. And see what I mean about the tape? I haven't even taken this tape out and it's already sticking to it. So what you do is take a little bit of this off, like that. You know, the cover of the tape, exposed a little bit of the tape, and square this up real good. This one is good to go because it's sticking to the, it has to be right on the score line. So I'm going to go ahead and see, just bring this down, make sure the paper is in there and straight, and then pull. Hold this down, hold the flap down, and then pull the tape cover, and then press it, and that's it. That side is already, you see what I meant about the tape? It could have gone down a little bit more, but I'm gonna take that extra tape off. They sell this erasers to, you know, erase the extra tape from your projects. So it would have been better to use just the 1/4 tape on this pinch. Another thing you could do is use baby powder. I have some right here. This is baby powder. And get a brush and brush it over the tape. I think this page came out way over the top of the score line. Okay, so the other part, this one has a 1/4 inch. Again, bring a little bit of the tape up, the cover of the tape. Bring it out to the side because then you have to pull it. And there. Put it way down in there. And this time make sure that it's right on the, can't see the score line. Pull the tape. And there you go. There's the first page. I'm going to try to, since this one didn't go way down, it's puffing up on me, so I'm going to pull this off. And it's going to make a mess. This is good, so then you know what to do when you make mistakes. You could use that, I don't have any though. That thing you use to take the glue off. Okay. So now I still have some sticky here. And just to be sure, I'm going to add a little line of glue. This is glitter glue. This glue is great. It dries clear, dries fast. It's called art glitter. So I'm just going to put a very fine line there just to make sure that since the tackiness is not the same now. Because if I didn't do this, the page wouldn't lie flat because it wasn't down all the way. Okay. So that's the first page. As you can tell, this page here, it's got a little extra there, so I'm going to cut that off. This is my other paper cutter because I don't want to use this one. It takes a lot of space. Where is it? Here. It's a tiny bit. Start from the center because it's just a sliver. Just want it to be even. This one's the same. Remember I told you it didn't seem to be exactly 11 inches long? And I cut it at 5.5. Let me go ahead and check the other ones. It is so hot. The humidity. This one looks okay. That one looks okay. That one looks okay. So just because the paper says it's 8.5 by 11, doesn't necessarily make it that measurement. Let me show you the 6 by 6. This is a sweet peppermint. I like it because it's kind of the images are very vintage looking. You've probably seen this collection. You see, I don't have a, look at that. I like that. Like that. This one here. And a vintage Santa. And it's printed on both sides. So that would be the sweet peppermint. And this is, it says 2016. Oh, it's by Primo. I'll be damned. I hadn't noticed that. It's from Primo 2016. And I got this in the D-stash, and here's the ephemera. So we're going to have a lot of, this is from another collection, I believe. This here. But we're gonna have a lot of stuff to play with. This is from another collection too. Nice little Christmas stamps. But you can mix it all up as long as it's Christmas. Oh, and I have this little felt self-adhesive little like kind of a little banner of snowman. That's cute. And this is a sweet peppermint shimmer. But these are I was gonna say cardboard. I can't talk today as usual. Chipboard. See how pretty that is? So vintagey. No wonder. I hadn't realized it was Prima yet. So that's why I had it in my little Prima treasure box. Sorry for all that noise. Well, let's continue with this. Where is it? God, I wish this camera had pause so it doesn't. I could stop it and then try to add them. I think I'm going to do that because first it's boring, second it takes a lot of time. I'm already into 26 minutes. I'm just going to put one more, then I'll stop. And you get the drift. You're just going to add the pages, the base of the pages, and then you're going to decorate them. So just to make it easier, I'm going to open up this page. Make sure I look at the score line. Pull the tape. And there it is. That one was a lot easier. See? Excuse me. So see how the second one was a lot easier? Yeah, and as you go, the first ones are going to be, you know, I'm going to give you trouble. And there is the second side. See that? See how nicely it turns, flips over? So I'm going to stop. I'm going to continue putting these together, or, you know, gluing them on. And then on part 3, I'll go ahead and start making the flips and all that, adding to the pages. So guys, stay tuned for part 3. Thank you.